Alright, so the other day I went to the movies. And going to the movies for me is very hard. Firstly, because I'm a raccoon. Secondly, I'm too short to even buy tickets from the counter in the first place. So the hardest part about going to the movies at first is I have to find a kid to stand on top of his shoulders from. Like that old school way of putting the trench coat over the top, so we're a collective 5'2", and I have to stumble my ass up to the ticket counter. And I just want to watch The Incredibles. I've been waiting for this movie for 14 years, and raccoons only have a life expectancy of 2 to 3 years in the first place, so I'm as old and decrepit as that one lady trying to buy chocolate from SpongeBob.
What are they selling? Chocolates!
So I get my ticket and I go up to the concessions counter and I pay like $15 for a big ass pretzel because movie prices are outrageous. And it wasn't even that good of a pretzel. And I walk my happy ass to my theater ready to see Elastigirl's thicker than a Snicker looking ass on the big screen for the first time in a decade and a half before my body just eventually crumbles to dust because apparently I'm the oldest raccoon in the universe. And so I'm out here getting ready to enjoy Pixar greatness and this creature walks in. And just to give you an idea of what this creature looked like, imagine the type of kid that wears the snapback on top of his already poofed up hair so that it adds like another 3 to 4 inches on his 5'2" frame, and is trying to bite his lips seductively whenever a girl passes by, even though he just ends up looking like normal SpongeBob the entire time. And this kid comes in, and I usually don't judge, but he sits down and pulls out his phone and starts lip syncing in the camera, and it's at this point that I realize he's making a Musicaly. And my raccoon eyes fill with hate as I do a backwards spinning kick, kicking this kid in the jaw so hard that his phone shatters to the floor, and his vape pen goes along with it, and I stand up triumphantly looking around the theater, and everyone slowly claps. I'm just kidding, I just sat there and made a mental note and then watched the movie. But it was pretty okay, I guess. But it was at that moment that I knew I needed to make a video. I had to do something about this, and if they were getting ballsy enough to go out in public, it was time for someone to do something quickly before it escalated to the point of no return. So here's another part in the war, baby. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, and today I'm gonna be taking a look at some of the cringiest Musicalys in the entire universe. I know what you're thinking, that's gonna be some pretty hardcore stuff, and that's right, this is basically the cringe equivalent of heroin. So I'm gonna warn all of you guys, please get your protective clothing on and be prepared for the shock of your life. And without further ado, let's get right into the video.
Baby girl, hold your breath. We about to get so wet. Swim into your body, let me dive in. You know ain't no running round this pool going at.
Okay, one thing about all these Musical.ly kids is apparently they all just want to look like a weasel with a tampon on their head. I mean, Jesus Christ, it looks like you stapled a Cinnabon to the top of your noggin. And what's this about diving in with this facial expression? Are you kidding me? If this guy ever came to pick up my daughter for a date, I'd be like, yeah, no, not happening. Please turn around. How do you politely inform a girl's parents that, oh yeah, me, I make super sexual Musicalys with my tank top on and my gay-ass ponytail without getting kicked out of the house immediately?
Just as sure as the stars in the sky, I need you to shine in my life.
Alright, clearly this guy is a bit of a douchebag. We got the ripped jeans, we've got the, I don't even know what this shirt is supposed to look like, it's invisible. He's lifting the shirt up, he's doing everything, but I don't think he realizes it's really hard to look attractive and do your best to get all the 8-year-olds on Musical.ly to click like on your picture when you have your first grade finger paintings on the wall behind you. I mean, seriously, you couldn't have picked a worse backdrop to try to convince people that you're a stud than your entire art project collection. You didn't have another wall in your house where you could have done this? Maybe he's trying to show him his sensitive side. He's gonna have an art sale, and this rainbow heart right here is something I painted in the first grade with my finger. It was supposed to be a penis, but I messed up the top part.
Not just for the meanwhile, for a long, long time.
Look, if this isn't his room, this is just risky. Imagine your family walking in on you doing the, like, what, the Parkinson's dance? I don't even know what this is supposed to be. Look at it. It looks like he has really, really tight pants on and is trying to adjust himself through dance. Why do they wear their hats like this? It looks like a full diaper on their head. I mean, I get it, they're shitheads. That was funny. But still, I mean, come on. Also, are we just not gonna address the fact that he's doing this in a parking lot? He wanted to do this in public. Oh my god. Listen, this is what stage 1 of regret looks like. This entire thing is something he's going to regret so much. Okay. You know what? I take everything I said about this kid being cringy back. At the end of the day, he's out here. He knows his audience. He knows nothing but 8-year-old girls are going to like him. I mean, look, when there was a naughty word in his song, he even did the, ooh, he covered his mouth so he didn't have to say the naughty word. What a Christian man. This is the type of man that I want my daughter to marry, regardless of the shithead on his forehead. I'm proud of the young lad for not swearing. This is a Christian channel, damn it. Christian! Yeah, never mind. He still kind of looks like Justin Bieber's shitty cousin. But I mean, nice effort to not swear.
Where we run up to, my body on your body, baby, sticking like some glue. Naughty laugh, good naughty girl, it's only one or two. Fevers fucking running, feel the heat between us two.
Why are all the songs they singing sounding like an Alvin and the Chipmunks parody? Like, listen to this shit.
Where we run up to, my body on your...
I mean, don't get me wrong, this guy looks like his voice is probably about that high in the first place, but still, why is every song that Musical.ly kids do sounding like they got kicked in the nuts so hard that they're full of helium and in their throat? I'm just getting old, guys. I just don't understand any of this.
So I'll be drunk texting you.
Yeah, you're definitely not gonna be drunk texting everyone, man. You're like 8, literally fucking 8. Look at this dude. He looks like a 3rd grader. Why is he locking himself in the bathroom shirtless to do this shit? You think his babysitter's on the other end about to break through it like The Shining, Here's Johnny style? Not to mention, what are all these faces? It looks like he's furiously trying to push out a shit while doing the Musical.ly in the first place. What is happening? The fact that this got a bunch of girls on Musical.ly to comment hard eyes just makes me wonder who's dumber, the guy doing it or all the people that thought it was entertaining content.
Smile on her face. That chick ain't yours. You might have that girl. You might have said you love that girl.
Why are all these kids just humping the air? I swear the common thread in this entire Musical.ly thing is they hump the sky and then bite or lick their lips like they're looking at a goddamn pork chop, and then they just upload it. Do you not realize you're 14? If you're dumb enough and horny enough to be humping the air, there's clearly a bigger issue here. Maybe don't make a Musical.ly about it.
Play a life, it's a Kodak moment, let me go and get my camera. All I wanna know is...
Alright guys, I've got a conspiracy theory, so buckle up. So all of these guys look the exact same. They have the same hair, they dress the same, they act the same, everything about them is the same. What if there's a factory somewhere? Almost like Star Wars with all the clones that they made to fight the war. Except instead of the war, it's Musical.ly creating these clones in order to take over the mind of the young girls across the country and force them to obey Musical.ly as a whole. It would create a world in which Musical.ly had all the power and no one else could do anything to stop them. Either that or I missed the memo where everyone just wants to be a generic boy number 73. One of the two, but I like my conspiracy theory a little bit more. But we've vanquished all the prior Musical.ly boys that thought they could stand in my way, and now we're on to the boss fight, damn it. There's one person that reigns above the rest of the Musical.ly kids. The one person that is almost impossible to defeat. Jacob Sartorius.
Just as sure as the stars in the sky. I need you to shine in my life.
Oh, Jacob, you brought your friends because they thought they'd keep you safe, but it's not going to. First of all, you have like 11 million followers. Why is your camera on your phone the literal quality of a potato stapled to a microwave and then being banged on the ground 90 times like a how-to basic video? Second of all, you cheated on the girl from Stranger Things that has telekinesis and likes waffles. I don't know why you'd ever do that, but you did. Third of all, I don't know why you're wearing a New York Yankees jersey because I guarantee you don't have that athletic bone in your body. If all you could do is dance with your 8 friends in a dark room with a shitty camera after cheating on your girlfriend, man, I don't even know what you're talking about. You look like a Q-tip with a bunch of earwax on the top of it. I think we did it, guys. I think we vanquished the great, powerful Jacob Sartorius. We're safe. For now. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please should have pressed that like button. Let me know in the comment section down below if you enjoyed, and be sure to subscribe. Oh, and if you can, if you're interested, press that notification bell. I know YouTube sub boxes have been god-awful lately, so I figured I'd just say, if you like my videos, you might want to turn on the notification, especially since I haven't been uploading every day. Thank you so much for the support recently, though, guys. Here is your comment of the day. Thank you a ton for all the interaction. interaction. I really, really appreciate ya. If you want to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, or join the Discord, you can do that. All links are going to be down below. Thank you all once again. And on that note, I'm gonna go take a fat ass power nap because fighting Musicaly kids makes me a little tired and I have to go to work soon. So I'll see you guys in another video. I'm out. Peace.